Hong, and it is the start of the game. Starts with a super, backhand, though it doesn't.
That was pretty a disappointing one from Sheriff Nsereko. It is 3-3 Allan serving. Sheriff secures both the points and it makes it 5-3. Sheriff Nsereko has decided to use his deceptive rubber all throughout because he is actually realizing the opponent is having difficulty with playing the deceptive rubber.
Well, the reason why he has that deceptive rubber, it's because he's actually weak. I believe that's why you would see him use it quite often, because it is his strongest weapon against the opponent. Though the opponent actually, I think, is way focused and determined, and he knows to actually how to play against that rubber.
You can't afford to only come with one forehand loop and expect to have a win or get a point off Sheriff Nsereko. That is what Allan got wrong, because I'm realizing he actually attacks one loop and then Sheriff Nsereko, when he blocks, he actually loses the point out. Allan must be frightened from the play. That is Sheriff Nsereko is actually getting. Wow, that was actually very nice from Allan. That is Allan for you. Allan, what have you been waiting for? That is exactly what you were supposed to be doing for the rest of the game. But he's actually getting, I guess he's actually saving the best for last.
And they're wondering what could have gone wrong. Why is it that Sheriff Nsereko has actually secured the game point before him? Impressive play there from Allan. Unfortunately, he does not secure the first set, but that was actually impressive. It becomes hard for most senior players to counter attack that pimple rubber every time it's chopped. You find actually most senior players decide to chop it back, but here is Allan for you, attacking each and everything. And yes, I believe this is going to be one of the hardest games for Sheriff Nsereko. As we've seen, Allan is way too determined. Yes, it is that 1 minute break after one set. The most players, I think, they have worked so much about at the endurance, and we have actually seen most of them not taking the water break.
Wow, wow, wow. That was a nice one from Allan. He actually picks up the deep forehand top spin, and that actually yields him a point. Allan is trying to get the momentum of the play. I'm actually liking the way he's dancing to the rhythm of the pimple. He's actually getting it. Wow, wow. Allan is actually one of the promising players we have in cadet hopes, and the country is actually looking forward to having more of him.
That running service followed by the heavy forehand. Well placed. It is that
Wow.
patience for me
Wow.
from
Wow.
Allan. Impressive play there with the patience and the counter is followed by the backhand. It goes begging. Allan there with beautiful footwork. Sharif Nsereko in his comfort zone.
Oh, Allan rushes into serving and he plays service in the net. Allan Nsereko is actually feeding on the vice of the pimple. Sharif Nsereko is actually failing to control the pimple, and that is actually yielding Allan a few points.
It is 9 Sharif, 7 Allan. The short service there followed by the pimple chop. Sharif there with the backhand attack with the Piparaba. Impressive play from Sharif Nsereko, and I believe that's what makes him Uganda's seed 4 at that young age.
That is Allan for you, going to serve for the third set, waiting for the umpire to make the scores right to get started.
Well, that is Allan for you with his coach, and yes, that is Faith Lion, aka I'm not getting the name quite well, but yes, he is his coach. That is from Iganga Titi Kids, and yes, it is one of the projects that are actually seeing these young stars gain a lot of skills regardless of where they come from.
It is 1-1, a promising game.
Well, and there with a flick, impressive play from the young star.
Oh my God, did you just say he has a weak backhand? Because I'm just not expecting that to be weak. That is actually a professional backhand. I think he just had to choose a pimple for himself on the backhand, because that is not like how a weak backhand runs like.
That's what actually makes them one of the hardest players to play against, especially if a player has such kind of abilities to switch from the pimple rubber to the normal rubber, and then maybe sends those big forehands or those big backhands, and yes, it becomes a little bit complex for the opponent to play against them.
Sharif Nsereko having a comfortable lead. Sharif Nsereko getting so used to playing the backhand, forgetting he has a pimple and he's supposed to be chopping.
It is that comfort you get when you are a top seed, and it comes with a
That is Allan for you, wondering what is going wrong. That would be me personally. If I was there, I would be thinking of what I'm supposed to be doing next. Because how does someone you expect to chop end up playing a backhand? So you actually have an expectation that actually doesn't happen.
and Sharif secures the game so easily.